Share with you my top 10 ways that you can live your best life. Number 10, diet and exercise. Your body is literally the only home that you absolutely have to live in. So make it the best home you'll ever live in. I personally have done the ketogenic diet for the last year. I'm not gonna go into it now. I have videos all over my channel. So if you want to check it out, I'll link it in the description box and info box up here. So check that out later. And as far as exercise, get out there, move. It feels so good to move. I think we take walking for granted, even if you're able to do it on your lunch break. Get out there, move a little bit. Your body and your future self will thank you for it. Number nine is fasting, prolonged fasting or intermittent fasting. I practiced both last year. My longest fast was actually a 7-day fast, and that completely changed my mindset. I went from not knowing if I could even get through it to knowing that I could go 7 days without food. Not a whole lot of people can do that, and it made me mentally strong. It made me gritty. And grit is when you have the long game in mind. You're not thinking short term. You're gonna overcome the day in and day out obstacles so that way you can go and win the long game. That's what it really comes down to. And I think a whole lot of people don't have grit in our society today, so you could be the 1% that can actually do something that's really hard and prove to yourself that you are stronger than you ever were. And it also teaches you gratitude. Grateful for the food. We have so much here in the US that we tend to take for granted. It humbles you out and it changes your mental game, and that's really why you should do it. Number 8, stop doing things that you don't enjoy. I know that I have been guilty of this for a very long time, and last year I made a promise to myself that I'm not gonna do anything I don't enjoy. It made me so much happier in so many different ways. If you don't like that, eating regimen, don't do it. If you don't like that exercise, don't do it. If you don't like going to that place on the weekend, don't do it. There's no point in wasting your time in doing things that you don't enjoy. Life is short. Do things that you love to do. Number 7 is saying no more so you could say yes to the things that you absolutely love. I am so guilty of this. This was so hard for me to learn. I said yes to so many things. I was a yes woman. I said yes to people, places, and things that I personally did not want to say yes to, but I felt obligated. That guilt that you feel, I felt that. And it took me a long time to learn that saying no does not mean you're being rude in any way. Respectfully declining just means that your heart's not in it, And the more you say no, the more you could say yes to the things you absolutely love. And that's the way that I want to live life, and you should too. Number 6, read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. I apologize, I don't have the book with me. I actually loaned it out to my sister that is reading it right now. But I picked up this book personally last year because I was trying to get over all of the hate comments when I first started YouTube. I got a plethora of it because a couple of my videos went viral and people were talking about everything, every facial feature, the way I spoke, how I ate, my husband. I mean, it was just pouring in, and it was so new to me. I didn't know how to deal with it. So I needed to free myself from all the fucks I was giving. I was letting it consume me. I was dwelling on it. It took over me. I hated who I was at that time because that wasn't who I wanted to be. So I needed something, and this was the tool. This was the tool that freed me from fear, from judgment. If you're dealing with that, please look into picking up this book. I'll link it down in the description box below. I actually finished this book when I was on vacation last year with my husband in Portugal, and we were at a nude, topless, or if you want to be fully clothed, beach, and I looked around and every single person was enjoying their vacation. And people were moms, dads, children, grandparents. They were just like, hey, this is me, and I'm okay with it. I love myself, and it really inspired me to free myself. And I've never been topless, never been nude at a beach, and I just decided, hey Ryan, I'm doing it. This is the moment. This is symbolic. I'm gonna free myself right here, right now. And sure enough, I did. And it felt so good. It felt amazing. I could cry right now because I'm so happy that I did that. So look into picking up this book, guys. Number five is giving up your vice. Now, this is just something that's not good for you, and it varies for every single person. It could be sugar. It could be, you have a food addiction. For me, it was alcohol. I wanted to give that up because I didn't enjoy it anymore. It was very costly, and I had been contemplating wrestling with it for so many years, and I decided to just pull the plug last year. I kid you not, it helped me live a cleaner, sober life, and I'm happier that way. It is harder than saying it, right? Doing it is harder than actually just saying it, but I promise you cannot live your best life if you don't do some self-reflection and decide to give up something that is just not good for you. Number four is I don't sleep next to my phone anymore. It is in the opposite end of the room. I have it on airplane mode. All notifications are turned off. I don't need to be thinking about that right before my sleep. I have to have boundaries, and sleep time is for restful time. A lot of times we're scrolling through the feed, our minds are going this way and that way, and it does not help us get a restful night's sleep. And sleep is so important for you to be productive and live your best life. Number three is building a positive environment. You got to do inventory of the people, places, things around you, what you're following on social media. Are you following doom? Are you following negativity? People that are, drama seekers around you, gossipers around you, people that are unintentionally sabotaging you. Let me explain what unintentionally sabotaging means. So I'm going to give an example. So let's just say you tell your friend, oh man, I really don't like the way I look. I really don't feel comfortable in this bathing suit, or, I'm having really bad health problems. And they say to you, girl or guy, you look great. You look wonderful. What are you talking about? You don't need to change one thing about you. But reality is that you're saying that because you are unhappy with who you are, and you know you could do better. You know it. You know it in your heart that you want change and you are willing to change, but they just keep you down there, and they don't mean to be mean. They don't mean to hurt you in any way, but that's what they do. They're unintentionally sabotaging you to think that you're okay with being like complacent and where you are. And that's something that unfortunately a lot of friends and family, they do. They don't mean it, like I said. And what you really need to be saying to people, if you're saying this to other people as well, is saying, girl, I can't wait to see you win. Guy, I can't wait to see you be shredded. I can't wait to see you reach all your goals. You're gonna crush it. You're gonna kill it. You need people like that in your life. And if you have people like that in your life, man, it's really, really hard to be down in the dumps. It's really hard to lose because you got winners around you. And Zig Ziglar says it best. You are the average of the top 5 people you hang around most. So think about that. Who you're hanging around most? Who are the top 5 people? Do you like them? Do you want to be like them? Do you want to emulate them? Are you inspired by them? And that's something that you got to make for yourself. But if you're not where you want to be, it's probably because your environment. Number two is ownership. This one is huge. You have to remember you are 100% responsible for you. No one is responsible for where you're at in your life right now. No one. No one made the decisions that you made to get to where you're at today. Take ownership. Don't play the victim card. A lot of people try to blame he, she, this, and that. We can all be victims of something. We really, really can. It's not your fault that those things have happened to you. No, it's not. But it is your responsibility to move past it, to become better. That is all you right there. Take ownership. It's gonna change your life in so many different ways. No more blame games. Let's go. Number one is to forgive. This is number one for a reason. This is the hardest one to do. To forgive people that have caused you pain, that have caused you hurt in your life, that's so hard to do. You gotta cough up so much courage to make this happen. And it's not to say that, forgiving is really not for the other person, it's for yourself. It's not about the other person. I think people make it about the other person every single time. It's like the battle of the ego. Who's gonna win and who's gonna say sorry first? And that's not what it's about. It's about you. It's about finding peace. And I truly, honestly believe that you cannot have peace in your life if you cannot forgive. It's so hard to do. I've personally had battled this for years, and I decided that I wasn't I was going to drink poison and hope the other person would feel the effects of it. Because that's what it is. When you have resentment and you have anger and you have pain, that's what it is. You're holding on to that. You're holding on to that, hoping the other person would feel the effects. And that's not how it works. It only hurts you. It only hurts you. That's what it does. And you can't really open up your power to heal if you don't forgive. It's your pathway to heal. It's where you find your peace. So to live your best life, you've got to have peace, and forgiveness is a part of that equation. Forgive. You're going to be better for it. All right, if you did not hate this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please click that subscribe button. Also, it's so important that you ring that notification bell, because it's the only way that you're going to ensure that you get our videos, and we are so passionate about helping you live a better life. So please don't miss out on that. And if you know anybody that is needing this, that needs some positivity, some light in their life, share it with them. Email it, text it. Please let them know that you're thinking of them and this can really help them. All right, guys, we are going to sign off with some love and some gratitude. We will see you in the next Tippy Tales.